The video you're about to see is a big fat lie. No names were changed to protect anyone at all. The world where we live in is located in the universe as we know it, aka the third dimension, yet there's reported several other dimension universes apart from our own. One of them is the 12th dimension, a parallel universe that is home to many nations, among them Redpoint, which was built in 1975, which some say was built on what used to be the Sahara, which is now surrounded by the Vincent Ocean. For decades, the nation did well, but alas, in 2013, Redpoint fell to corruption before the all-round bad girls club of the universe, known as the Sisterhood of Ka, stepped in. As such, the Redpointites were no match for the Ka, but though the giant nation was wiped out, countless survivors fled for asylum faster than Henry VIII on an eating binge. But then, in 2014, rising from the ashes on the same site in the Vincent Ocean was a larger, safer, and more decent moral nation known as Icarus that did well and staved off the usual forms of corruption. And though they had their now and then skirmishes with the evil nation of Prometheus, Icarus remained safe, unlike the war twixt Redpoint and the Ka, you dig? However, despite the per-usual, if not ad nauseum repeated statements from the American, Icarian, and even Promethean ambassadors, not a thing of what's in the following video ever happened. How you doing out there? Name's Jonathan Mason, one of the survivors of the populace of a nation once known as Redpoint. A nation wiped out by corruption, as it must be with every nation, as well as wiped out by the Sisterhood of Ka, a gentlewoman's club of troublemakers, if you will. Redpoint was an ancient city nation of sorts begun in 1975 and wiped out by the sitcom The Corruption in 2013. Thankfully, every one of the Redpointites managed to escape to safety, and me and my family were among them. Times have changed since then. I'm an old man now. And thankfully, it wasn't until 2014 when a new nation was rebuilt on the site where Redpoint once was, a nation called Icarus. Right now, me and my family live in the capital region, and the capital city known as Angel's Quadrant. I'm a university professor now in Angel's Quadrant. Just recently, on the date of my birth, some of the university staff and archaeologists came across a rare discovery. A time capsule which contained a pair of videotapes amongst other Redpoint paraphernalia. Upon coming across a VCR, we were able to examine the contents of these tapes as they depicted several years in the lives of what went on in Redpoint. All the pop culture programming and everything that went with it, even the parodies, I might add. Thankfully, we were able to digitally transfer these tapes to the digital domain of our computers. And now, for the first time, we share with you what we have learned from these tapes. And here is a pad to reveal to you what went on. I am what you call your host, creator behind the Lisa Syndicate, J.G. Mesa. So how did Redpoint begin? It seems some local debutante / Belle of the South in Mobile, Alabama, name of Carly Borg, disillusioned with the crummy evil strife, high gas prices, nukes, crime, disco, and other crummy stuff of the real world, aka the third dimension, which is the universe as we know it, chose to moonlight as a scientist and genius on the side to raise money for her dirt-poor family just to buy moldy bread to make penicillin. But somehow, after hearing stories from a wandering gypsy on the road, she and her partner in crime and fellow debutante, Carol DeSalvo, raised their mold money to create their first interdimensional gateway generator system to bridge the dimensions and enter the 12th dimension, a parallel universe like Earth but totally different. That is, after the last few tries almost got them in Alice's Wonderland, and after that, in Cloud Cuckoo-Dum. After that, the Bell geniuses bought the Sahara Desert in the 12th dimension for a song. And after stints at the gambling casino joints, to lotto tickets, and scratchers, to box tops, to selling their bubblegum wrapper collections, to pooling their money with fellow debutantes, raised the cash to build the city nation before it was completed in 1975. And after building the central main interdimensional gateway generator system network as we know it, which is still in use today, the first slew of immigrating Tom, Dick, Harry, doctor, lawyer, private eye, etc., bored with the troubles of the real world came to Redpoint. Estimated final cost, $17 duodecillion, or 1,200 duodecillion Redpoint orb. RO for short. But what of the name? Well, the George Washington of Redpoint, Carly that is, was inspired by the Our Gang shorts, noticing that much of the stories took place in a fictional place called Greenpoint, and red was commonly the opposite of green, so the name of the fictional city nation was born. The rest is social studies, history. Anywho, Redpoint turned out to be 1,200 times larger than even San Francisco, Los Angeles, Chicago, even New York combined. How about that, sports fans? Oh, and did I mention Ms. Borg would also be the nation's first president? I think I did. After Redpoint, other city nations followed, such as New Method, Thalbadia, Trixieland, and so forth. But why should I bore you with the rest?
For the rest of the video that you are about to see, you're about to experience some humor, some high-tech mayhem, and absurdity and comedy at its best. We chronicle a day in the life, or maybe even a week, so to speak, of Redpoint and its inhabitants.
Well, follow me and my family and friends here in our guises since Jonathan Winters as we portray the many denizens of the city nation known as Redpoint, from 1987 to 2013.
I'm sure you're ready, for we are somewhere in an alley within Redpoint's huge skyline from the beginning.